very excited to be here and to share with you my vision. So I will talk to you about my passion for creativity and my work, which has been shaped by the incredible people and company. When people ask me about my profession, the best way to describe it is brand doctor. I like to roll up my sleeves and work with the companies, in the companies, with all people involved in all stages. I see a brand as a living organism made up of very many facets, all potential opportunities for innovation. A brand really is like a personality. Only true creativity can be commercial. There's absolutely no division between creativity and commerciality. Fashion consumers want to be inspired, and only truly creative and authentic brands will survive in the future. So if a brand is like a person, what is the anatomy of a brand? What are the essential ingredients that make a creative company successful? And really, I want to take you on a journey, illustrated by examples of some of my clients, to demonstrate that true creativity can exist in all aspects of a brand. So firstly, product, of course, and this is the spine of the brand. Without great product, nothing else is possible. My product example is probably the most controversial of all. I deliberately chose it as it is non-conventional. Victoria now for the past 5 seasons, and her label, her fashion label, has become hugely successful, both from a business and from a press point of view. How to make the fashion world accept an ex-pop star married to a footballer icon? We did not want to create another celebrity product range. So we did it deliberately all the wrong way around. Instead of hiring a designer, Victoria is hugely involved in every step of the creative way. Instead of creating a huge lifestyle range, we started with 10 capsule dresses only, each numbered and available in limited quantities. Instead of working with a huge manufacturer, everything is made in a small atelier in London. I show you a film here, and I say a word about it afterwards. This is a viral film that we created instead of a big advertising campaign, and we spread it all the web.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet.
Victoria has definitely defied her critics by creating an identity, innovating, and really listening to the customers. People want her product, whatever her background or negative press. And this is what product really has to be about. The next aspect of a brand is the story. What does the brand have to tell its consumers? Where does it come from? Where does it want to go? How to show you true colors? What is your DNA? How do you tell your story in various creative ways? I want to introduce you to Christopher Rayburn, a very young designer who is only working on his 3rd collection now as we speak, but he is already hugely successful with good sales. I want to show you the way Christopher presents himself in film. It really illustrates how storytelling can convey the soul and creative spirit of a brand. How does a brand talk to the world? Does it shout? Does it whisper? Is it multicolored or monochrome? How to truly take your breath away is through seducing the audience and through storming ahead into unknown territories. The person who illustrates this best is my friend Susanne. He walks the fine line between fashion and art. He has a very conceptual and futuristic vision of fashion. The beauty of his label is that he also produces very feminine wearable clothes. Susanne is a master at seducing his audience through his presentations. In 2007, Susanne explored the relationship between technology and the garment once more. His illuminated dress produced continuous patterns like a light sculpture. It was pure techno-poetry. Susanne is definitely, alongside Alexander McQueen, one of the masters of presentation. However, this can only work because his product is impeccable and his brand has a unique story. Without these, his presentation would become performance. And then retail, of course. How is product brought to the consumer? How to create a customer journey in retail? The challenge is how to identify the retailer's vision and translate it into this journey. This is achieved through the environment, the display, architecture. At the beginning of my career, a while ago, Selfridges looked like this on the left. It's a menswear department. It was a dull and functional department store at the corner of Oxford Street, which sold everything but had no character. And to the right, that same department 3 years later, we set out to create a true customer experience for the future. It took us many years, inspired 3,000 people working there, creating a vision, plugging everybody in, before we finally saw some results. Our fourth, the most iconic store, opened its doors in Birmingham in 2003. It was sheer madness. Future Systems, a very avant-garde architect's firm, created an organic building without any straight wall. It was blue, with giant metallic discs, which reflected the sun in the day and were lit at night. It gives you an idea how we had to think out of the box to create display space. The effect was certainly stunning. And online, how do you translate your brand onto the web? From my point of view, which is always creativity, the challenge of any online activity of brands or retailers has to be how to appeal to the consumer's senses online and how to create the desire, the excitement and the entertainment that are particular to this medium rather than just copying retail. I've learned already in my few months working for Frater, the rules are totally different online. It is not about replicating a shop experience online or about replicating any experience actually, but about innovating with the means of the web. The secret is to give consumers a choice between browsing and quick shopping in the clearest way possible. And I end on a quote from my friend Martin Raymond: "The future is not some place we go, but one we create." Thank you for listening to me and have a fantastic evening.
Você trabalha com grandes eventos, com um material muito sofisticado. Você tem esse espaço quando você faz seu trabalho. No Brasil a gente lida com outra realidade. Boas ideias, pouco dinheiro.
Maybe by showing the results of the work today, you might have gotten the wrong impression. Because any of the places or the people or the designers I've worked with were either small, without money, or had never worked that way before. I can see how hard it is to not only catch up the international fashion world, but actually jump one step further. And I think that's what you have to do to innovate. And innovation is possible in every context, commercial or not. When I studied arts, I decided to work in fashion. In the end, if you work in fashion, you have a consumer. And you need to understand it, and him, her, need to love them, and you need to work with them. That is the first condition.
Qual é o teu caminho de pesquisa? Todos nós já sabemos, enfim, inspiração ela vem de filmes, leitura, exposições, enfim, no mundo.
I actually, the longer I work, the less I read magazines all the time, the less I go to exhibitions, all the exhibitions that I have to, etc., the more I look at people. I mean, I've always been crazy about people.
Eu queria saber um pouco da sua impressão sobre o Brasil em relação à moda, o que você viu nas vitrines, nas pessoas vestindo, se você viu essa diversidade da qual você fala, ou se você achou tudo um pouco rotulado.
It's a little bit of both, I'm going to be honest. On my way here from the airport, I realized that everybody wears jeans and t-shirts, and there's only so many jeans and t-shirts, you know, there's this area called Jardins, is that right? Yeah. Has changed a lot since I came here last, and there's a lot of branded boutiques now, big brands, etc. I think the others will get there also, but it's not everywhere.
Obrigada, Susanne.